to brew your best beer.
Okay, doing the pre-brew day ritual of making the starter. I'll flip it around here and let you check it out. I've decanted all the liquid, which was basically from about right there down. That was a solid sediment of yeast, and I left probably about that much liquid in there so I could shake it loose. And this is the 1217 West Coast IPA washed yeast. And then there's my 5-liter flask, stir bar sanitizing. And then we've got 2 liters of a baby wort or starter solution being made. It's basically 2 liters of filtered water and 200 grams of Pilsner DME. That's what I use. And we're letting this thing, it's got about another minute and a half, then I'll cool it down, and then we'll put it in there and get it on the starter and get it going. Hey, it's Brad here. Got my brother with me over here today on my brew day, so we're hanging out. It's Eric. And right now what I'm doing is doling in. You helping? Now we got our little brew helper here too. You got your wagger on? Huh? You got your wagger on? Alright, so what we got here is, this is the Azacca-Centennial Session IPA, and I was shooting for like 152 and a half, 153 and a half, somewhere around in there. And let's get over where you can see it. $152.9. There it is, 153. I was going to mash this one a little bit higher than my usual 150, 152, so I have a little bit more residual sweetness left. But I'm going to close this up and let it dough in for the hour, and we'll be back when we start doing the Vorloff. Okay, we got the Vorloff done. It's running pretty clear. And we're collecting our first wort. And then we're going to go ahead and do the first wort hop, which is over here, which is 14 grams of Azacca and 7 grams of Centennial. Alright. Stir that up, and then we'll be back when I got my wort collected. Stir that up, and I'll be back when I got my wort collected and we're up to a boil for 60-minute drop. Alright, we just got up to a boil, and I did my 60 drop, which was quarter ounce of Centennial. And then we'll be back another 10 to do the 50-minute drop, which will be 7 grams of Zaca. Okay, here's the 50 drop, which is 7 grams of Zaca. And we'll be back for the next drop, which will be 20-minute drop. Alright, we're at flame out. I already did 1 ounce of Azacca and 1 ounce of Centennial, so I'm going to do the last ounce of Azacca. And then we're going to let this hop stand for about 20 minutes. And then we'll throw the cooler, turn the chiller on. Let's get these stirred in. Pretty good. Dissolved. Get off the spoon there. Maybe. Alright, we'll let this steep for 20 minutes, and then we'll throw the chiller on and we'll be done. Alright, we're wrapping this baby up. Spin around here and show you the color, and then we'll get the original gravity here in a moment. But you can see Looks like a nice copper color in there, but you get over here and it's my standard usual base IPA recipe of a nice golden copper color. And we'll transfer this over and then we'll get the gravity and we'll be back to show you that in a moment. Alright, we hit our numbers, 1055, it's sitting dead on 1054 and it's about 68 degrees, so give it about another tenth of a point for temperature correction. That'll put us dead on 78% efficiency. This one is a little lighter than my normal one because I made this one smaller. It's a session IPA. It's going to be, let's see, if it finishes out at 1013, it should be 5.5, and so we'll see. So this will probably be somewhere between about 5.5 or 6% because they've been dropping down to 1010 on me, which is fine. 6% is good for me. That's the color, a little lighter than normal. We have oxygenated the wort with this already, my stone, and I'm getting ready to pitch my yeast, and we'll close it up and wait for bubblage sometime in the night. And I've let this gravity sample sitting out overnight, so it's super clear now. You can see the junk settle to the bottom, but it did finish out to about 1055, which I'm pretty happy about. 78% efficiency. It's got a nice golden color to it. This is actually a little different. It's the same percentages as far as the base malt recipe that I use, but I'm checking out Golden Promise on this one instead of Maris Otter or my usual Canada Malting Canadian 2-row. So this one's 10 pounds of Golden Promise. So I did change it up. I wanted to use English Ale malt on this one, or I wanted to use English 2-row on this one to give a little darker color, a little more malt backbone, but I only used 10 pounds instead of my usual 12. So this one's going to finish out around about 5.5% or something like that. That's the color of Brew Day's a wrap, and I'll come back tomorrow morning and show you the fermentation. Alright, here's the next day. It's a little bit after lunch. This thing actually kicked in probably about 12 hours ago. It was bubbling along last night about midnight, but the card on my camera got filled up and I didn't feel like messing with it last night, so I just waited till today. Got my plant in here so it can process the CO2 into oxygen. Got a nice strong fermentation going on with that washed 1217 yeast, so I'm pretty happy about that. And then I'm also getting ready to rack the red IPA over to the dry hops. It's in that one on the right. It'll be going in the carboy beside of it. It'll be going on 6 ounces of dry hops. They'll sit for a week, then I'll force carb it in the keg and then bottle it off of that. And that's what the guys in the Southern Hub will be getting trying. Hopefully the move on to the next round, and everybody else gets to check it out too. So we'll see. Alright, I'm getting ready to put my SJ Porr Challenge beer, my red IPA, Hoppy American Red Ale, on the dry hop. So we'll spin this right here, and also got a gravity sample. Looks like it's down to about 1014 right now. Nice red color. And this is off the bottom of the primary, so it did pick up some of the yeast. So it's a little milky looking, but you can still get an idea of the red color. About 1014, 1015, I say 1015 with the correction of the temperature since it's at like about 69, 70 degrees. And here's the hops I'm dry hopping with. Be 2 ounces of Simcoe, 2 ounces of Citra, 2 ounces of Mosaic. Yummalicious. And then we're going to be putting it in this carboy here and then racking over, letting it sit for a week. Then we will put it in a keg, force carb it, and then bottle off the keg, so there will not be any sediment in my bottles. So you can just dump it out as you pour it in the Southern Hub and hopefully beyond. Alright, there we are on the dry hop. And we're sitting at 70 degrees, 6 ounces of hops. Looks like we got it right around about 5 gallons, so we're probably not going to have quite 5 gallons to bottle, but that's fine because only about half of it's going to go out to the challenge. And the other half is going in a glass for me. And this carboy's dark green, so it's making it look darker than what it is. But it's still pretty nice green color, or pretty nice, you can get the red off of it. It looks a lot darker than what it is in this one though. Got another week. We'll be kegging it up and carbing it. Rock and roll. But that's going to wrap it up for this week. Happy Homebrew Wednesday, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers.